a game between Wisden 11 and the Authors Cricket Club as part of our celebrations of the 150th edition of Wisden Cricketers' Almanac, and we're playing a 2 over a side game in Victorian garb. Of course, the first Wisden was back in 1864, then we're playing a 25 over a side game in proper white, according to modern rules later on. The weather is just about holding, luckily. It's part of a celebration really for the fact that Wisden has been around for 150 years.
The Authors 11 are a well-known team in their own right. You know, they've got the guys like Sebastian Fuchs, Tom Holland, and Charlie Campbell involved, and then the Wisden team is just general cricket writers with the odd ringer. We've got Claire Taylor and Ed Smith of England fame. So yeah, a good balance. I think we should be set up for a really fun afternoon. We started off with a Victorian match, which was fantastic. Immense, you know, digging out my tailcoat from the last wedding I went to, dusting off the champagne stains, and putting it on and standing it slip for a bit. It was 2 overs knockabout with old style Victorian bats and bowling underarm as well, which was that was fantastic. And you know, it ended with a tie. I was run out going for the winning run and just missed it by that much. But a tie, cricket's the winner, and that's all that matters, really, isn't it?
The bats are a bit different in shape. Modern bats are much thicker. They're pretty much the same width, though. They're made in the same way, but they don't seem to hit the ball quite so hard, these older bats. The ball is pretty much the same. We just used a modern one, but of course you're not allowed to bowl over arm, so you have to bowl either over a sort of a round arm, or you have to bowl underarm. So I got some filthy underarm leg spin out, and made an attempt with that. And of course you were allowed to just roll a ball along the ground or pitch it way up in the air. So that's the difference with the bowling. And then with the batting, you smash the ball, but there were never any boundaries back then, so you had to run absolutely everything.
It was a lot more genteel in those days. You bowled underarm. Generally there were only 2 stumps, there wasn't a middle stump. You had to run everything, so there were no 4s or 6s. They had different sorts of shots in those days. You would see very few shots on the leg side, which were considered ungentlemanly. Everything was hit through the offside, though of course there's a modern twist on the 19th century game here. People are hitting it all over the place. It's a lot more athletic these days. People throw themselves around in the field and not necessarily the guys and ladies out here today. And it was just a lot more vibrant today.